That DoBig Studios, the most hated company. Also pretty evil too. They kill about every game that they've owned so far, except for Grow a Garden.
DoBig Studios has become the most hated developers on all of Roblox by taking over
That's just a true statement. Maybe big games, but in recent times, yeah, definitely DoBig
the
Studios.
largest games on the platform and ruining them forever with pay-to-win features and destroying the game's community. DoBig has basically made their reputation as one
Wait, what
of
is
the with
Fish
pay
doing anymore? Kraken of the Void. So slime booth. What are the booths for? Do they have trading in Fish now?
win features and destroying the game's community. DoBig has basically made their reputation as one of the most hated developers in Roblox's history, and so today's video, I will be explaining the story of DoBig and why they are so hated and what they are doing right now that you may have no idea. Your favorite games are involved, so I'd highly recommend you watch the whole video. But real quick, make sure to like this video and subscribe. It means the world to me, but either way, let's get right into it. Now, DoBig, also I believe known as Do Small, is the owner of
I, it's not called too small.
DoBig Studios, which was created all the way back in 2020, so just about 5 years ago, which is one of the largest game development studios and game acquisition companies on Roblox of all time. Basically,
Yeah, it is. It is.
they aren't really
I think it is the biggest because it has Grow a Garden.
developers, but they're
It always buys like the biggest games on Roblox. Like Fish, that was gonna be the biggest game on Roblox. I think at one point it was. This game, Grow Garden, that is the biggest game on Roblox. The biggest game in the world, actually.
more of
Maybe. We don't know if it's all bots.
game buyers. They find games that are blowing up that they really like, and then they pay a bunch of money to buy those games out and own them. But most of the time when a game is purchased, not really much changes about it. Most players do not want a game
That's not true. I don't think that's true. Usually they had a lot of extra game passes to make their money back. Not always,
to
but
change
a lot of the
once it's
time.
been bought up. And so most like investing companies or game acquisition companies, they don't really change the game they buy. But the thing that makes DoBig different is they actually do things to the games that makes the players very, very angry and results in the games dying.
Most of the time. They didn't with Vogue.
You guys may have heard of the game called Fish, which was very,
Yeah, Fish is the main
very,
one.
very, very popular. I believe it was the most popular game on Roblox for a long time. Just
Okay, not a long time. And it wasn't the most popular game on Roblox. It was the most popular game on Roblox for a short time. It was a very popular Roblox game for a long time. For about 3 months, I'd say. Which is a long time for
about
Roblox.
a few months ago. It was doing absolutely crazy and the game was massive, and it was created by someone by the name of Woozy Nate. Now Woozy Nate made this game completely solo. He made it by himself, put all the work into it, and people loved the game. It blew up massively, pulling literally hundreds of thousands of players every single day. The game was fun, it didn't feel super pay to win, it felt like a good experience, and it felt like a true original fun game on Roblox. It was simple, straightforward, fun, and it didn't really feel like they were pushing
He already said all of those again.
any like, spending a bunch of Robux down your throat, or they were trying to get you to like give them more money. But at some point, DoBig Studios basically bought out the game. Now, I believe it's not disclosed or mentioned how much money this is, but to put into perspective, the Woozy Nate guy bought a like $500,000 McLaren like a month later, so I think we can guess it's a lot of money. But yeah, they basically
We also, chat, there's a new game on Roblox called Dig, made by the same devs. It's a lot like Fish. It's another chill game, but I
bought
recommend that. And they said they're not gonna
out the
sell it,
game entirely. If you were to look at the group
but they don't plan on selling it.
above Fish, you can see it's owned by a player named DoBig, basically the guy who works at DoBig Studios. So yeah, they basically bought the biggest game in Roblox's history. At one point, it was the #1 game on Roblox, and I believe it also held the record for like fastest game to hit 1 billion visits, but I'm not totally sure about that. But yeah,
Yeah, it did. I think. Yeah, it
yeah,
did.
now the game is owned by DoBig Studios, and when this
This guy seems like he didn't do his research. He's like
happened, many
I don't know. He doesn't seem like
people were
he did his
confused and
research. But I mean, I'm reacting to him. So
apprehensive. They
credit to who is this guy? Let me give him credit real quick. Koal. I don't think I'd recommend him, but like I said, him reacting to him. So
didn't know what would happen, but it ended up being very, very bad for the game. You see, Fish used to be very simple, and there used to not be much you could spend your money on that would make you better at the game. You actually had
okay, Fish was never very simple. It was a simple base concept, but the game with like all the items and the different stats and stuff, it was advanced.
to grind for what you wanted. But when you play it today, you can see all these things which I'm showing on screen now, which has all the things you waste your money on, buying these new rods, these new pets.
Okay, it's not a waste of money. Like, I mean, it's a game, but like, it's not a waste of money. These are all worth it, but it's bad because it's so pay to win.
That's the cosmetic stuff like this that can cost upwards of thousands of Robux. They basically just expanded it to have way more things. I literally remember when it first got popular, the most you could really spend money on was just like boosting all the server luck, and that would just like, you know, scale with the amount of times you bought it. It wasn't that crazy. But now it genuinely feels like they're pushing a bunch of microtransactions just straight at you. They want you to spend as much money as possible, and that's why people love Fisch so much. So as you guys may have
Wait, what? That's why people love Fish so much is because they. Wait,
at you, they
what?
want you to spend as much money as possible, and that's why people love Fisch so much.
Bro, that's why people love Fish so much because they're trying to get you to pay as much as possible. Chat, I don't think this guy. I don't think this guy rewatched his video.
So as you guys may have guessed, this is the chart of the game.
So like, I shouldn't have reacted to this guy. This guy is a slop channel too. Um, I mean, I guess I could be classified as a slop channel, but like, look, see, look at his videos. I, look at this guy's videos, bro.
And yeah, it died completely. It fell off.
Not completely. That's not at zero.
It lost so many players. There were even
Did lose a ton though. It was at. I think it hit 1 million players, and now it's down to like. That chart looks like it's like at below 1,000, which is insane.
YouTube videos being released talking about how DoBig ruined the game forever. The large YouTuber named the Holy Grail 75 uploaded
They didn't ruin it forever though. They could make a fish too, and not sell it to DoBig, and I think it would do great.
a video
If they told everyone they wouldn't go crazy with microtransactions.
called The Diabolical Decline of Fisch. It got 3.2 million views, and even in the thumbnail it says that they blew it, showing DoBig Studios and a chart
Bro, we have eyes. We can
going
see
down.
it.
And yeah, that's basically how it is. DoBig
This guy's literally just trying to extend the video.
Studios bought an original fun game and made it into exactly
Chad, this started out as a video talking about DoBig Studios. Now I'm talking about how this guy is like a horrible YouTuber.
what the issues with all the other games.
Yeah, maybe once I might get a new PC. If I do get a new PC, I'm making a full, like, well edited video exposing Quail. Let me take a screenshot of this guy. And he's not the only one. There's another channel called Parlo. He's not as bad as this. His videos seem more well researched. But still kind of slop. Chat. I might be classified as slop.
And it made a lot of people angry
I wouldn't say that,
and
but
not be supportive of DoBig Studios, but little did everyone know it would continue
so I also do the streams and
to
stuff.
get worse, and as well, DoBig would only continue to get bigger and bigger. So you guys may have seen this game. It's a
Oh, Steal a Brainrot! Chat, I completely forgot they own Steal a
little bit
Brainrot.
unknown. I'm just kidding. It's very, very popular, called Steal a Brainrot. Steal a Brain.
This guy plays Steal a Brainrot. He's on like Rebirth. He's on some crazy Rebirth. Cause like, look at this stuff. 50 mil? Like, he's on some crazy Rebirth. Cause he has a second floor unlocked. Bro, chat, I played a little bit of Steal a Brainrot. I know, I'm sorry, chat. But, like, this guy plays Steal a Brainrot, like, on the regular. Like,
Brainrot, I believe, is the
3.927 billion?
Second
Like,
or-
that's insane. Why does this guy play all these games?
third largest game on Roblox right now. I mean, he literally had like 6 million.
And he just sold his lucky. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't. For a second, chat, I thought he sold that lucky block, which you can't do that, chat. That's my bad. But like, chat, the lucky block is like one of the rarest like brain rots.
Players just like a few days ago, which is honestly crazy to me. Nobody would have expected that a couple years ago on any game at all, but it was literally massive. But it's literally massive and one of the largest games on the platform. Now, I made
Yeah, I know it's literally massive. Well, chat, this guy's
any
such a
game
bad
at all,
YouTube.
but it was literally massive. But it's literally massive
It was literally massive, but it was literally massive.
and one
Like,
of the largest
who is this guy?
games on the platform. Now, I made a video talking about Steal a Brainrot and the stuff that people have issues about it with in my
Okay, all his videos are also clickbait. Like I watched this guy a few times. He's so clickbait that I know Steel Brainrot was not stolen. It's just like it just wasn't. I bet in that video it says nothing about stolen. Like, this is completely clickbait, completely fake. Like, not even. I know this is a fake tweet. That's not what I'm saying. Steel Brainrot didn't steal anything. Nothing was stolen from Steal Brainrot. That probably has nothing to do with the video besides Steal a Brainrot is the topic of the video.
my last video, but I wanted to mention it now because
Also, what is this game that he always
there's
plays?
something I didn't delve too deep into, which is actually who is behind the game. Now you see, Steal a Brainrot was originally created by someone by the name of Sammy, and he's the guy who completely owns the game himself, and you guys can see he's the owner of the group. So
He looks insane. This is definitely the guy that would make Steel Brainrot. He has a spider on his face. The spider's like leeching into his brain. Like, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la, tong 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 sahur, bombardilo, crocodilo. He's like whispering in his ear. The spider's like whispering and telling Brainrot into his ear. And he's like coding it on Roblox. It's like the Ratatouille thing, except it's like this Brainrot spider.
most people would be like, okay, well, it's not DoBig. Well, if you were to look at the group that owns it, Brazilian Spider, and look at the roles, you can see 3 roles called Big, Brazilian, and Spider. The Brazilian role has in fact the person named Do Small, who is also the same guy who owns the Fisch group. So yeah, DoBig Studios also owns this game,
Okay.
and what's even
Oh, so okay, that's why I said also known as Do Small. But DoBig Studios isn't also known as Do Small. He's just the owner of the company. Like Twitter isn't Twitter or X or whatever you call it isn't also known as Elon Musk.
crazier is you guys can go to their website right now and look at the games that they own. Once you go on their website, you'll see it says, DoBig Studios, we create experiences for all ages in the metaverse. And this number
Well, anyone who says metaverse is
number
cringe.
changes a lot, but at the time of recording, it says there's over 4 million people playing their games and over 44 billion play sessions. And if you were to click the button Explore Our Games, you would see what games they have. Now they show Steal a Brainrot and
Oh, they have Blade Ball. They have Blade Ball too. And Chimley.
Fisch, as well as a Dusty Trip, Baddies, and Blade Ball. These are all massive Roblox games that have been popular for a long time, and most of these have also been the most popular games on the platform for a
Oh yeah, and the Dusty
little bit
Trip.
of time. But there's one game that will honestly astonish you guys that they own that you guys may have had no idea. If you look at their most popular game that they own, you can
Guys, he sounds so dumb.
you guys that they own that you guys may have had no idea.
You guys may have had no idea. This will honestly maybe shock you. Like, what is like who speaks like this?
If you look at
Chat, this isn't even about the this isn't even about Roblox's most evil company anymore. This is just about this guy like being a horrible script maker. Like chat. No one would actually speak like this unless like because if he was scripted and he was just reading off a script, then he wouldn't talk like this. If he's talking like I am, well, I don't have a script. I just speak from the heart. So when I talk of a script, I sound like a robot. Like, how does this guy like? Does he just like stop recording and then like eat some snacks and then go back and then he just like forgets? Like, how is this guy so bad at like speaking?
their most popular game that they own, you can see Grow a Garden.
Yeah, bro. Who didn't know that they own Grow a Garden? I definitely knew this. You all knew this, because I said they
The
own this.
largest game in Roblox's history by far, which also I believe hit the record for the most players in any
I believe, like, bro,
video game of all time.
like, why does this guy sound so unsure of himself?
Like, what the heck, bro? If you were to look at the Grow a Garden game and go to the group, which is called the Grow a Garden game, you guys would see a bunch of roles like holder,
It's not called a Grow a Garden game. It's called the Garden game. Like, how is this guy getting all this stuff wrong? Chad, this guy almost has 100K subscribers, and I'm at like 1,000. By the way, let's up those numbers, chat. Subscribe to me, and I guess not well. Maybe watch this video since I'm reacting to this, but don't subscribe to me.
farmer, lead developer, but then there'd be 2 roles called Analytics 2 and Analytics. Under Analytics 2 is the guy named Do Small, the same guy we saw under the Fisch group and under the Steal a Brainrot group. This guy is the main person of DoBig Studios, and what I believe has been said, which I'm
The main person of DoBig Studios. Bro, who is this guy? This guy needs to be fired from YouTube.
not totally sure if it's been confirmed, DoBig owns at least 15% of this game. I'm not totally sure
Yeah, he had to add the allegedly thing because he's not sure of anything he says.
what that amounts to, and they likely spent probably over like multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars getting this percentage, but they are very likely making
Multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, they probably spent millions of dollars. They probably spent like 50 mil to get 15%. Chad, this game has made 100 mil in like less than a month. Like this game is the biggest game on earth. and you think it's worth thousands of dollars? Like, bro, Fortnite makes that much money in like 6 hours. Like,
massive amount of money from having this stake.
bro, this guy knows nothing about the stuff he's doing. Probably because he plays Steel or Brainrot. This guy literally is like rebirth, some crazy rebirth in
In the
Steel or
game, and it's very
Brainrot.
likely as well that they do have some say in the updates on the game. The main owner of the game that most people would know, though,
Okay, chat. I'm sorry I compared this guy to Parlo. Parlo is so much better.
is someone by the name of Jandel. Now, Jandel's also known for being the owner of a Dusty Trip and being the owner of Grow a Garden.
Oh, I didn't know he owned a Dusty
I'm not
Trip.
100% sure, but I do believe that he's very
I mean, he might not even own Dusty Trip. This guy might be wrong.
interconnected with DoBig Studios. I don't know if he's a part of them, and so I'm not going to just say he is, but he is involved with them and connected with them, and his games are also part owned by DoBig Studios.
Yeah, we've heard, bro.
In my opinion, though, Jandel
You already said
is a
that.
very good developer as opposed to what the DoBig Studios did to Fisch. So I honestly think Jandel will actually keep Grow a Garden alive for way longer and not just kill it by adding.
Yeah, because DoBig, chat, I actually know some more with research than this guy. I didn't even like research on Twitter or anything. I just watched like some actual videos about Grow a Garden. So Jandale said that while they are owned by DoBig, DoBig doesn't really like have any say in what they do in Grow a Garden. They just own. It's like owning stock. I think it's closer to owning stock than like actually like playing a role in the development of the game. So Jandel just builds the game the way he wants to build the game. And DoBig doesn't do anything because DoBig has realized that they kill all their
A bunch of
games.
pay to win stuff, but it's still very dangerous because investors do have a say in the thing they're invested into. They can be like, oh, we'll pull out our investment if you don't add this to the game or whatever, that kind of thing. That is something that is a possibility. I'm not sure how
If they pull out their investment, like Jandel's name just keeps getting bigger. Like I don't even think it'll hurt Jandel that much. He has 100 million. Like bro, this guy has $100 million. That's like generations of wealth. Not even like I don't even want to say generational wealth because that's like 2 generations. Jandel probably has like he'll probably cover like 6 generations. Maybe that's a little bit. No. Yeah, 6 generations. Definitely 6 generations with a lavish lifestyle. Like 6 generations of like gamblers.
how DoBig plays it, and the game hasn't been popular for enough time to see how it'll go, but I'll probably revisit it like later this year or something to see how like DoBig Studios did. But it's honestly puts Grow a Garden and any game they own in a very dangerous position. The charts of all the
It's honest. Like, bro, you do not need to say honestly. Like,
games that they own usually go up for a while and then die. And even though that's common with most games, some games, can consistently stay popular, but the DoBig ones seem to have much more of a worse decline. You see, like, some games have a slow
you see, like, bro, I hate this guy. I shouldn't say that. I don't hate this guy, but I hate his content and I hate his YouTube channel. But I'm still reacting to him, so like, still credit to him, I guess.
progressive
Just like I'd give credit to Spizy or Lanky Box if I made a video on him.
decline over time as people get more and more bored of them. For example, something like Roblox.
Yeah, I need to make a video on this guy. This guy is just okay. Chat. I'm gonna end the video here because I don't want to. I don't want to watch this video anymore. He's just saying like he's just spouting like the most like common known knowledge. And he like chat. If you watch any of his like okay, this was the first video where he was like messing up what he was saying. Like was it here?
Completely solo. He made it by himself, put all the work into it, and people love the game. It blew up massively, pulling literally hundreds of thousands of players every.
Like somewhere he said like the same words twice. Like yeah. But yeah, chat, I'm gonna end it here because I do not want to listen to this guy anymore. Chat, please do not become a fan of that guy.